Now, before we get started with this video today, I thought it might be worth revisiting and addressing a couple of the ratings that I had given to two levels in the previous pack, Interstellar, that I was contacted about after the fact via comments on the video. One of them was, and this is the shorter of the two to address, is Thoughtful, which Joshua Bone made, which is not a surprise since it was a Walls of CC1 level. And this level, as I was starting to suspect toward the end, as it turns out, does involve sending the bugs into stable patterns. I should have checked the replay on this. Sometimes I just forget to do that. But Joshua assured me that the replay does involve using the helmet to direct the bugs into stable patterns. And actually the left side is a pretty decent place for that, as ended up being the case in our final solution. With this as the case, I decided to give the rating a 4, and my reason for this was that, while it may not necessarily be my favorite concept in the world, I appreciated the fact that this was not just another lead bugs to bombs thing, and that the actual puzzle involved using a device like the helmet to send them in a stable pattern while the space was still confined and they were still alive and needed to be dodged. And I thought that was actually a pretty novel concept. With that in mind, I decided to raise my rating from a 3 to a 4. It may not be a level that I'm completely excited to see in the final set, but it is a level that I would not mind seeing in the final set, and I would be very glad to play it there. The second level, and this one will involve a little bit more to address, is Jeffrey's level, Melinda Teaches Logic Puzzles 101, which I didn't actually realize was by Jeffrey when I played it. For some reason I thought Andrew Menzies made it, but turns out Jeffrey did, and that shouldn't be a big surprise to me because he loves making puzzles. And in this case, all of the logic puzzles, I didn't realize this at the time we recorded this the other night, but all of the puzzles in that level are completely original, if his comment and the video that he attached to it were any indication. And there were some things that he brought up that I wanted to make sure got addressed and played a role in the final rating. The main one being that, as it turns out, all of the puzzles involve only one solution. Now, this is something that, as I mentioned in the video, I was doubtful of. But he posted an entire 8-minute or so video, and you can see this in the comments that he left in the previous video if you want to watch it and walk through the solutions with him. And in this video, he explained the logic behind each solution and how to deduce the correct solution, and why other possible solutions are not valid. As it turns out, and as he himself even mentions, there were factors and constraints that I didn't realize were in effect when I was trying to solve the puzzles. And this highlights a couple of things that relate to my final rating for the level. One of them is that while I was watching Jeffrey, he was using a puzzle-solving tool that was specifically designed to track the validity of those puzzles and ultimately solve them using, programming and mechanics that were built in to track the solution and how close you were, and so on and so forth, and the internal validity as it relates to the puzzle as you're trying to solve it. You can erase your solution. You can partially erase it, you can tentatively mark things down, etc. And I thought that was really neat that he showed it in that context. And it's for that reason that I'm somewhat hesitant to give this level a full 5 rating. That may seem a little strange, but please bear with me here when I say that I really, really love the puzzles in this level. This is not a statement on the puzzles themselves. I think they were very well crafted. Jeffrey's a very talented designer when it comes to puzzles. This is more of a statement regarding just CC2, and I guess Chip's Challenge in general, as a medium or a place to port those puzzles. And I'm not so certain that the mechanisms that were employed in the level, while certainly open-ended, were necessarily the ideal in terms of you, the player, feeling free to solve the level and experiment and try different things without fear of some kind of consequence. and sorry about my voice, I'm kind of a little bit... I just came back from a run, and I'm still regaining my breath, and I think there's some gunk in my throat. Take a swig of water. So, just seeing this online solver that he was using to walk through all the steps and everything, to me really underscored just how much something like that is very useful for arriving at a solution to these levels, or to the puzzles in the level. And I really liked watching him go through it there. I'm not necessarily convinced that a level where taking the chips means either being on the right track or totally failing at not just one puzzle, but every puzzle is necessarily ideal. Now, granted, the one thing that does keep the level from slipping further in its rating, for me at least, is the fact that or two things I guess you could say, is A, you can approach the puzzles in a completely non-linear fashion, which is fantastic, and B, you can check to see if you are on the right track. I appreciate the fact that those provisions are there in the level. If those weren't there, I think the level would be a lot less strong as a result. But there are also two reasons why I'm hesitant to give it a full 5. And one of them is the fact that, and I hate for this to affect my rating of another level, but I happen to know that there is another level that Jeffrey actually himself made that is also a logic puzzle that I have played off-screen, and I haven't yet gotten to in voting, and I will be giving this level a 5. We haven't gotten to it yet, and we'll talk about it when we get there, but it is a logic puzzle, and it's a logic puzzle with rules that are a lot more familiar to people. And on top of that, it's a logic puzzle in which you can experiment and look at what you're doing as you're solving the level. And it's for that reason that I would prefer something like that over a level at which the entire state can be completely cooked across every puzzle, if that makes sense. So I understand that maybe the intent of Melinda Teach's Logic Puzzles 101 was not to solve everything on the first try, and that's not what this is about. It's just more that I feel like the puzzles could have been stronger had they existed maybe on their own, in their own levels perhaps, instead of having 4 puzzles all in one level. That's especially 4 puzzles that maybe are a little lesser known if you're outside logic puzzle circles. One other thing I will mention here is that I think the hints in the level could be better worded and or potentially and or positioned. The one for the Nurikabi, I forgot that's the name of the puzzle, and possibly Corral. I can't remember if Corral was another one, but I remember we mentioned that some of them were a little hard to read because the actual puzzle elements and characters were getting in the way. And I think if the hints were positioned maybe a little bit off to the side, that wouldn't be nearly as big a deal. But I think the bigger issue I had with them was that a lot of the instructions could have been better worded or clarified. There was, of course, the issue with the Litz puzzle having a hint that was formatted such that the layout of the puzzle was a little bit unclear, and then the example removed 7 blocks instead of the 8 blocks, or at least it looked like that. The other thing with, I mean, I'm just going to go through all of them, the ones that I didn't quite understand, and I'm sure if I read the hints now, I'd be like, oh, now that makes sense now that I've watched Jeffrey's video. But the Litz puzzle had this this condition of you can't remove a 2x2 square of chips, and I was reading that in the context of you have to remove a tetromino shape of chips on every single color pattern you visit. So reading that, I thought to myself, okay, so you have to avoid taking a 2x2 tetromino of chips in a single place. I didn't realize it meant a 2x2 shape anywhere across different shapes. It makes a lot more sense now, but it's that kind of thing that I never really quite realized was even a condition of the puzzle. The same thing goes for the, was it a Kami puzzle, where it talked about the lights shining, and I'm not sure if that was, it probably was, but I couldn't remember if that was the language used in the hint. But in the video Jeffrey posted, he showed how the correct solution, you know, at the very end I thought there was this 50-50 choice. The correct solution involved shining a light by taking the chip, or leaving a chip there that shone a light into a space that would not have otherwise gotten one due to the number 0 being next to it. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense seeing it in the puzzle solver that Jeffrey's using. I didn't realize that shining a light on every single square outside the chips was a condition in the way that it worked out there. So yeah, it's just little things like that. I feel like the level ought to be play tested by someone who has no knowledge of those puzzles. And if there's, I guess this is kind of a moot point, because if you're watching this video, you've probably watched that particular video and seen what I was going through, and now you've heard this explanation. So it's probably not going to do any good for someone who's watching this to be the one to look at those hints and everything. But I would recommend to Jeffrey, if you want some advice for how to make the level better, then it might not hurt to find someone who is unfamiliar with all 4 of those puzzles, like I was before last video, and ask them if they think that the hints instructions are clear and understandable and properly formatted. Other than that, I thought that the level was pretty good, and the puzzles were excellent. But I can't in good conscience give it a full 5. I'm going to give it a 4. It's a level that I would actually like to see in CC2LP1. I would not mind seeing it in the final set at all, and I think with a little bit more polish it could be a very, very good level. But as I mentioned, there's another logic puzzle type level that Jeffrey made that I'm already kind of giving the edge to in that regard, and I think it's a slightly stronger level and a slightly more focused level than this one was. But I would like to see more of these kinds of puzzles in the CC community, but maybe in their own individual levels instead of all in one big one like this. So I think it's an interesting design space to explore, and I applaud this level for experimenting and trying something different. But I think it could just use a little bit more work, and to be honest, I'm not entirely certain what all could go into that. There could be other mechanistic things that might allow for more experimentation by the player, instead of just totally locking the player out of being able to solve it. I don't know what those would be, though, and maybe it would be something like dropping items or, you know, something like that, but that might just be tedious, and maybe that's not such a great idea. So because I can't really come up with a full response to how to make the level completely better, other than just making the 4 puzzles separate levels, or maybe having 2 per level, as the level stands, and with the changes for the hints that I hope to see, I'm just going to stick with the rating of 4. And I hope that the reasons for that are understandable, and that I hold no grudge against the level or the puzzles or anything like that. I think it's very, very well designed. So kudos to Jeffrey on a very fantastic level. With that being said, I'm going to move on to the Lightning Pack. And just FYI, I might be leaving in the middle of this video to watch a Twitch stream by somebody I've been following. I don't know if it's happening though, but I missed the last one and I really want to attend this one live tonight. So I don't really know if it's going to happen tonight though, so I'll just play until, you know, I receive a notification should it happen, and if not, then I'll just try to record as long as I can. So we're officially on the second half of voting now, and we're going to be starting things off with Guardian's Tomb. And just a little bit of a disclaimer on this one. I did play this level for about 20 minutes last night, but it was pretty late, and I decided that maybe late last night was not the best time to record, so I decided to just save it for tonight. But other than this, I have not gone through the rest of the pack. So let's go ahead and get started. So this level is a fairly long campaign level, and it seems to be heavily thematic as well. It involves kind of doing a Tomb Raider sort of thing, where you're on the outside of this big structure and then you have to get in. I think it's kind of neat, albeit a bit long. And you have obstacles like these booby traps here with the thingies, the flame jets. So that's kind of neat. I like that idea. I think it works pretty well. Just wait for that to come back. Alright, so this section here that we're about to come up to after this next one kind of tripped me up a bit, and there's nothing under that. That would have been a cool place for a bonus, but oh well. There's actually a lot of bonuses in the level. Alright, so we'll destroy you, and then we'll come back here later, apparently. Okay, so this part, this block, first of all, is, and I guess you can slap to test this, but it's actually on a wall, which, if you don't know that, it's kind of mean. The other thing, too, is that you might expect that you just ram up against this, and it goes up on the fourth floor, and you go back. However, as it turns out, the hook will kill you if you do that, by trying to pull the block back on you, which I didn't realize would happen. So, yeah. I actually got stuck on that for a while in my failed recording, so you should probably be glad we're not gonna be going through that again, and that I deleted that whole recording entirely. Alright, so this part, I don't know how to get to the bonuses. That I'm actually kind of curious about. I think you might be able to get through to them just by going down here, and I'm gonna try that. I'm kind of curious now myself. But ultimately the goal is to go down over there, and I think that's pretty doable. And I want to make sure I don't pull a block with me on the stuff there. Yeah, here we go. This is pretty simple. We just do this over here, and then this over there. And I don't think anything here has anything, but I could be wrong. Then we get a bunch of bowling balls in here. I like how these blocks are like in between green walls to indicate that they have to be blown up. That's kind of cool. And then over here we get this bowling ball dropping section where you get some dynamite here. I think that's a nice little section. I like how it just pre-positions all the stuff that the bowling ball picks up. And then we go back through this area, looping back around. Had to drop that. And I don't really know why that's there, because you really don't need it, I don't think. You ultimately have to go over here and move around. I like how you use the fire like that, or you go through the fire. But this next section, this is a little hairy, this teeth thing, but it's not that bad. It's just a little nerve-wracking when you first see it. Alright, we'll come back to that other side with that other thing later, but for now I'm just going to stay over here and go to the next section. Alright, so we go through here. There's this hookoban, as I like to call it, in this area. There we go. I don't think there's anything under the rest of the blocks, but here we come up against the obstacle that we were expecting to come up against, which is a yellow door. And we need a yellow key from this other side, so let's grab it. And that's over here. I'm not even going to use that recessed wall because we don't need it. And let's leave that there. Grab you. I don't understand why that button's there. You really don't need to use that. I can understand if like you were taking the other block over, but that's not necessary at all, so it's kind of a little bit pointless. So as it turns out, this trap is facing right, this fireball. So all you have to do is just do that. I was so worried it was going to fly to the left. I don't know what this ice block's all about at all. Like, I don't know if the idea was that you were supposed to bridge over here, but you don't even need to, since you can just go right through the trap, so there's no other use for it up here. Then we go around the outside of the tomb, and there's a fireball that's causing some trouble here, but we'll just hide over on the side, and now we go cross back through here. So this is where I messed up toward the end of my failed recording last night. It seems like there are, and I'm going to drop my hook because that's what messed me over here. It appears that you need to get in over there. So what happened was I hit over here and I pulled the block with me and then a fireball got it. And that was so frustrating. Okay, there we go. So now the fireballs are no more in terms of being in our way. We can grab the green key and then that will lead us to whatever comes next. So now we're in blind territory. And I think it's going to involve going to whatever's on that right side there because we have not yet been there. Okay. This is an interesting pattern. Whoa, okay. I don't understand. Is this like a 2 fireballs or a cloner? Or... Okay, there's a series of ice blocks here. Oh, this is what leads back here. Oh. Okay, so why do we want to go back there? Maybe that's later. Okay, I like the way that works, the way the fireballs cross like that. That's neat. But that's it. There's nothing else? Is there any more green lock stuff going on? Or maybe the next area is in the beginning and that's what the path back's all about. Let's check it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, because we can't go through that fire, but maybe there's something else here that we forgot about. And... oh, we can just... no! I just realized my mistake as I hit down. I was like, no, don't do it, no! Oh well. That hook is, I think, my main complaint of the level. It feels like it causes more trouble than it's worth, if that makes sense. And this is something that I feel is going to be kind of a recurring refrain in CC2 design, much like it was when it came to MSCC design in the CCLP2 and post-CCLP2 era. There was kind of this period where a lot of designers just kind of went hog wild with experimental ideas and using, you know, level elements in really crazy ways and stuff like that, and not every use of everything jived really well with each other. So, in that regard, I get why that happens. I mean, as a designer, you kind of need to experiment, and you kind of need to, you know, try to feel out, you know, what the best use is for everything. Even if it means stumbling around in the dark sometimes. So, in that respect, I'm willing to give grace in situations like that. Because the community as a whole, you know, may not necessarily have a predefined design, you know, zeitgeist, if you will, when it comes to what's considered acceptable or what's popular or what's, you know, whatever. So, I get the fact that not... oh, so this is where the green doors are. Okay. I forgot about those, actually. Interesting. Okay, well. Where else are there green doors? Oh, here we go. That's where it is. That's the one we were actually suspecting. Okay, so we'll just have to remember to come back there. I forgot that that area was there. I should have paid better attention earlier. Okay, so let's just do that. So while we're going through this, there's a trailer that dropped last night for the latest Star Wars movie. I know we were talking about Star Wars in, I think, 2 videos ago when we were going through the sodium level. And I have to say, I really had fun watching it. I know some people are just kind of over Star Wars now, so I get where they're coming from, sort of, I guess. And to be honest, there were some really cheesy things in the trailer that I was like, really? But at its core, Star Wars for me has always been kind of cheesy. Like, I can't deny it. I mean, if you watch the original movies, Luke is kind of whiny and, you know, some of the dialogue is just like so cringy at times. But that's why we like it, you know? And I feel like that's kind of what gives those movies so much charm. I mean, among other things. But, you know, I don't think they were ever made to be like these, you know, grand, you know, examples of what film could be, you know, and stuff. And I don't know. That's my pretentious film critic voice, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing with that, but I guess to me they're just fun movies. Like I really enjoy them. I don't think they're the end all be all or anything. I just think they're a lot of fun. And the trailer finally had fun in it. Like I feel like The Last Jedi was missing that, and a lot of that was just because they split up the main characters that we had grown to enjoy seeing together in The Force Awakens, at least for the most part. So watching them all separated and doing their own thing was just kind of like, really? I don't know. I wanted to see them get to know each other more, because I feel like that's kind of important here. And then they didn't do that. And that kind of made the movie a lot less enjoyable for me. But in this trailer, they showed like a lot of shots of the main characters hanging out together and doing stuff and going on this big adventure together. And there have been statements, I think, made by J.J. Abrams that say, oh yeah, it's going to be this big adventure and all our heroes are together and stuff. And I'm like, normally when I hear that from somebody in a press context, I kind of get like, yeah, you're just, you know, of course you're going to say something positive about your movie, you know, whatever. But in this case, I thought it was actually pretty warranted. The stuff in the trailer showed the characters together, and that's what I wanted to see. So, you know, I can't deny that that was what I was hoping for, and it looked pretty fun, you know. I think what concerns me more is what I mentioned in the little spiel I went through in the other video, where I was like, I don't know, like the first 2/3 of the movie I'm sure will be amazing and a lot of fun to watch. The last part of it, though, is what I'm worried is possibly going to be unsatisfactory, and I'm eagerly awaiting what in the world is going to happen with, okay, I see how to do this, I think. With the resolution of who Rey really is, and more so why they're bringing Palpatine back other than, you know, the nostalgia factor, obviously. You know, that's a big part of it, I'm sure. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, we know that this is obviously a moneymaker for Disney. You know, I'm not dumb, but, you know, it's... Okay, hang on. Yeah, we need to do this. Again. Well, how do you get past that? Was I supposed to save that other block for that? That's a little mean. I'm kind of tempted to just show this in the editor, because I really don't want to have to walk through that whole thing all over again, especially just given how linear the level is. But I'm trying to show the relevant part of the level in the editor. And that's over here. Basically, we would have just gotten fire boots after that. And then we would have just walked right to the exit. So it literally was the end. So I think what was supposed to happen was that we used 2 ice blocks here, an ice block and a normal block there, which would have been all the ice blocks, and then this would have been left. Then we use ice blocks here and here, one here, the normal block there, and then we use an ice block there, and then this normal block there, got the fire boots. So, pretty sure that's the solution. I'll give it a 2. It's an interesting level, but it was very long, and I feel like it could have been, I don't know, it could have had more of an arc. I think that's the thing I felt was missing from it, was that it kind of felt like this long, drawn-out series of challenges, and not really like it had, like a sense of rising tension, and then maybe like a climax at the end where you're getting out of the tomb, sort of like the ancient temple had the boulder chase thing at the end with the ball chasing you toward the end. I like stuff like that. I think telling a story in a level, if you're going to do that, you should go crazy with it. I think it's fun to do that. So, decent concept, but definitely could have been done a lot better. Alright, Gnome. I happen to know that this is a level that was in a crate competition submitted by Chipster, I believe. And we better get back before... Whoa! I just realized we were standing in the way. I thought we were safe from that for some reason. Alright, let's get serious here. Okay, we don't need to go through all that. Okay, so... Oh, okay, those are like... all-purpose... Like, every possible intersection direction you could think of. Okay, there we go. There we are. So it's basically just racing back here and doing this. Okay, why do we have these? Oh, I see. So I need to go here first, get that stolen, and then have one last shot at it there. Okay, so far, this has been pretty simple. Also, these are the walls of the same game. And we can escape. Yay! Alright, so here's where the pie symbols are. That pie guy is well known for, of course. And we need to apparently block this ball. And do this. That was alright, I guess. I guess I feel spoiled because I played Pillar of Creation from Walls of CCLP3. And I feel like that was a much better level in terms of using the space and going back through the rooms and stuff, whereas this felt like here's a little series of challenges, and none of them felt very distinct from each other. So, I don't know. It was an okay level, but nothing really stood out to me on this one, so I'm going to give this one a 2 as well. I'm not like completely turned off by it, but it's not really one that I'm particularly excited about. Okay, Septimal Minor. I happen to know that this level is the walls of Scoundrel from original CC1. Because I want to say I tried playing this one at one point, and I don't remember if I actually solved it. I probably did. But you essentially have a bunch of blue stuff, and I got killed. Let's not get killed. Were those chips there? Yeah, they were there, right? I'm not going crazy here, am I? Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got the blue key. I don't remember anything at all about this level, to be honest. I have no idea how to get those other than going through there. Was I supposed to do that first before doing the ice block? I think I was. Question is, how do I get through that unless I have a helmet? That seems to be the logical solution to this. I don't understand how any of this helps, though. Like, we don't get items to drop here. Even if we did, we still can't get through except unless we had a helmet. I guess we have to get through the bomb first, then. Is that how you do it? Alright, that was not the ideal, but we made it. I guess we eventually get flippers. I mean, it is a blue level, so... And we get a blue wall maze to go with it. Which is kind of sort of fitting, considering that the original level also had a blue wall maze that was rendered pretty trivial given the twist of getting into the exit. There's a flipper there. I want to see if we can grab that. So these are all invisible walls. Okay, what's up here? Okay, this leads up to the starting point of the original. So yeah, back to what I was saying about Rise of Skywalker, the thing I'm still concerned about is, can they justify bringing Palpatine back, and can they wrap up the trilogy in a satisfactory way. I'm not convinced that the whole trilogy is going to feel cohesive after this movie. Just given the way Disney handled the whole thing, I don't think that's going to happen. But I don't think that means that the movie can't be enjoyable on its own, and I hope that that's the case, because I enjoyed The Force Awakens on its own, and I even enjoyed The Last Jedi on its own. I didn't hate The Last Jedi. Some people do, and they have their reasons, and, you know, I understand why. I don't necessarily agree with every one of them, but, you know, I get why some people were put off by it. And, you know, to each his own, right? So, I enjoyed them as separate movies. I didn't really necessarily enjoy them as parts of a trilogy, if that makes sense. Like, I thought they were very well-made films, and, you know, they had competency behind, you know, the people who were at their helms. You know, it's not like, you know, they had, what's the word, a lot of, bumbling around in terms of, you know, cinematography or technical, you know, direction or anything like that. I watched them and I was like, you know, these are really well shot, well made, edited, you know, etc. movies. Like, I'm not mad at that. I just feel like the overall direction of the trilogy could have been better, you know. And I'm hoping that this will at least make us feel like, okay, you know, we're done with this. It wrapped up neatly with a bow on top, and now we can move on to other things, like the Mandalorian show and, you know, the Kenobi show or whatever else they've got going on the new Disney streaming service and whatnot. Oh, wait a minute, the blue... I didn't realize that was a blue wall. I have to start it over. So we were on the right track. Okay. For some reason, I didn't realize that this was traversable. I mean, now I see it and it's like, well, duh, but at the time I thought that these were other custom blue walls, I guess. Okay, come on. There we go. Alright, let's drop that and come in here. Okay, so this is... Huh. Interesting. So apparently, I can't take anything in this room, but I can do this. And still escape. Now what does that do? Oh, this enables this. Okay. Got it. So now I can just grab that and we're done. Okay. So now we can just go through this and we should be fine, right? Because I think all these blue walls are fake, if I'm not mistaken. The only thing that's potentially going to throw all this off is that there are some openings, I think, that are... Oh no, there we go. Okay, for some reason I thought you couldn't get those. I think because in the original level you couldn't get them, that's why. And I'm guessing last time we were being thrown off by the fact that we had already cleared up some of the blue walls, and that was a bit of a hindrance in terms of finding out, you know, where to go next and whatnot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the movie. My expectations are, I wouldn't say low, because I'm not, like, that pessimistic. I mean, you guys can probably tell. I like Star Wars, you know, it's been part of my life ever since I was a kid. I'm just, like, I guess I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm like, okay, there are other movies out there besides Star Wars, and Star Wars is something that I consider to be fun, and not something to take super seriously. And I understand there are people out there who do take it super seriously, and, like, you know, anybody takes any hobby seriously or any interest seriously. I mean, some people look at me and kind of shrug when I show how serious I am about board games, for example. And I mean, that's a valid response. I mean, if you're not into a hobby or an interest, then, you know, you're probably not necessarily going to instantly be completely understanding of those who are passionate about it and have strong feelings about it, right? So I try not to get on people's case when they're, like, you know, passionate about enough to have opinions I disagree with. I think what I'm a little bit more, I guess, put off by is just the amount of, I don't know, just negative interaction that the whole fan base of Star Wars seems to be engulfed in lately, and it takes on all kinds of forms, you know. How do you get back there? What? Is there like a bowling ball that you can use to destroy one of these? I have no idea how you get back there. That seems impossible. Unless there's a bowling ball under that ice block that we saw on the right side. I bet there is. In fact, let me bring up the editor. Let's see, Septible Miner. Yep, there is. There's totally a bowling ball there. And apparently, how do you even clear that? There's like invisible walls all around that. Is there a hook you can get? Because ice blocks can't clear blue walls, can they? I know they can clear dirt, but they can't clear blue walls, right? I must be really missing something with this one. Maybe they can clear blue walls that are fake. I don't know. Alright, let's move on to worlds. It looks like this has a very specific order to go through, so let's start with block. So I guess this is block world, and I just died. Okay, let's get serious here. I'm almost afraid to touch some of this. Like, I don't know what we're supposed to be extracting first. This seems like something you can do that accomplishes something, but I feel like I'm sacrificing way too much here. How do you even use any of this stuff? So let's see, it looks like you need to use at least 6 blocks to get to all these chips. I mean, I guess. Oh wait, you could just do that. I'm an idiot. Yeah, you could just do that. Okay, so that gives us our 7 blocks, apparently. And actually, I was wrong. I think you need 8 here, because these blocks ensure that you have to have one here. Actually, no, because I can then use the other one there. Never mind. So I just do that, and then I get access to those, and then this allows me to get to both of these. Okay, that's cool. Interesting. So we have the other 3 over here. I think we only need 2, though. I wonder what the other sections are going to be about. The beginning kind of reminded me a little bit of David Pinkston's level 4 Corners, which kind of had a 4-quadrant kind of layout, but all the sections were pretty different. And maybe it's just nostalgia speaking, but I do love the way it felt, even if it wasn't like the most technically, you know, great level in the world or anything. Okay, so now we can take on all these other sections. So clone, apparently this is going to involve something happening when I hit the toggle button. It looks like, why is there a, oh, that controls that. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if there's one on the other side. There's one for that. That's curious. So, yeah, it seems like there's going to be a teeth monster that follows me around. Alright, I'm going to ensure, yeah, that will go down first. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a problem, considering that there's going to be 2 of these things now. Yeah, That section is iffy. I guess we can just go ahead and do it first. The problem is that I do need to have the toggles open in order to even do anything here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's done. Let's do this one next, because we know how to do the block one. So this is a ghost one. And I'm assuming the whole deal here is that we need to direct the ghost to these buttons. That seems to be fair. The problem is that we don't want to direct the ghost into the flame jets. That would be bad. So, yeah, how do you do this? The other thing I'm noticing is that there are these sections here that would trap the ghost permanently should we choose to send it down there. That's making me a little nervous. The other thing too is, how do you get the ghost to be in a stable state, hitting the button but not going down there? That's bothering me somewhat. Oh, and now that's there. Yeah, I don't get how you do this. I feel like there's something I'm really missing here. I mean, if there was a way that the ghost couldn't go down here, that'd be something, but it seems like it will. And that's problematic on a fairly core level. Yeah, guys, what am I missing here? I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it. Do I really have to use the teeth to hold down that thing? Because I don't think you would, because you can't get over there without the button being held down to foil those walls. So these walls, again, the problem remains. If it goes here, it's going to either continue the fire, go left over here, or go down there. And if it goes down, it's down for good. Well, hang on, maybe not, because I forgot this is here. So let's say it did go up. Then it's just going to go right into this wall and then go into the fire. So that's still not really a desirable outcome. Yeah, unless you went up there and you... It's strange that there's a wall here. Why is there a wall here? That I don't understand. I guess we can try it out and see what happens, but I'm not really holding my breath. Oh, and you just went... Oh, I forgot to foil these. Alright, well, now we have to do this first. I'm way too curious now. Okay, so this is going to be like that. And I forgot that we have to get the actual teeth to hold those down. So this is interesting. There's a mimic thing here. And it appears to be an item swapper from all indications, where we just go back and forth between all the different areas, and that's kind of it. But unlike the other section, I don't see a a flame jet control here, which is interesting. So is the steel room supposed to literally be that strict? I feel like it shouldn't be. Let's do this again, I guess. And I didn't realize that was going to happen. So I guess I better do this room first. This room is probably the most unforgiving. But that might change depending on what the ghost room really involves. don't like that room. There's a lot of space here, but the fact that more teeth are going to clone is not exactly very comforting. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we can go here. Yeah, I still don't get it. The fact that there's all these flame jets is very unnerving. Okay, so that's now down. I guess that works. But then it dies over there. Am I just not setting this up with enough longevity? Is that what's going on? I feel like there's a way easier way to do this, and I'm not seeing it. Let's watch the solution. I don't really feel like messing with this one anymore. Oh, Septimal Minor, I forgot to rate that. I'll give it a... I'm going to give it a 2, and the reason why is because while the level was fairly enjoyable, I didn't feel like the blue wall maze thing did a terrible amount to really distinguish itself from the original level, which also had a blue wall maze there. And yeah, I feel like the whole thing could have just been a little bit more interesting. So that one's getting a 2. More than likely this one's about to get a 2. But let's open this up and see what the solution involves. So he's doing this one first, or they're doing this one first. Not sure who's recording this. Oh, so you set it up while you're there. That's kind of neat. Alright, so then they're doing this mimic thing next. I guess this section can be pretty dangerous. We were running around pretty quickly, which did help quite a bit. So that helped alleviate some of the danger. Yeah, it's still pretty nerve-wracking having the mimics chase you around like that. I do like the ice. I think that works fairly well for something like this room. Alright, so at this point I'm guessing they're going to go to the... Oh no, the blocks section's next. I do like this section. I might like it a little more if there was like a little bit more visibility with what was on the ends of these block formations. But it's a very enjoyable section in the way it plays out, and I do like that. The steel/ghost section, that one I'm still a little uncertain about. The heat section I'm not really a fan of. Levels with like cloning that just compounds upon itself, I feel like that's been something that has split the community ever since the days of Jumping Swarm, and it's still something that I'm not necessarily all that about. I know people like Rock and others are like all about dodging random clusters of monsters, but I think that tends to be more the exception instead of the norm. And that's fine. I'm not saying that's, you know, you're wrong if, you know, you're in that camp. What in the world is this path? What are you doing? Okay, now you're doing that. Okay. The solution definitely feels very... I don't know if fiddly's the right word, but I'm going to use it just because there's so many things that have to go right here. And like so many pieces that have to connect together and all that. And that's kind of a bit of a shame, because I really do like some of the things that this level tries. But stuff like this, like, I guess that's not so bad. Really, the ghost section is more about setting up the overall path in the room, and if that were more of the case, I feel like I would like it more. But the fact that you have to get the other room that's, you know, you think you have to approach in a non-linear way, or have the freedom to do non-linearly, yeah, that's That's one of those things you really have to be careful about, because it's a subversion of expectations that can be very effective in the right context, but I think the reason why it works in some cases with some subversions and not with others is that it gives you this illusion of freedom and then it just wrests it away from you. That part of it is not something that I'm not really... That's something that I'm not particularly a fan of. I think that's something that's... actually, I find a little bit upsetting, especially in a level like that, where you have these choices, but it turns out the choices have to at least partially be done, you know, in a certain order and so forth. So, interesting concepts there, but I think I'm going to stick with a 2 for that as well. Alright, micro-infestation. Alright, so this level has some dodging in it, and I was not very careful with that. So let's be a little bit more careful here. I do like all these little niches for the bug, or to avoid the bug in the paramecium. That's kind of neat. And, okay, that was not what I was expecting. I'm not sure what I was... for some reason I thought the paramecium was going to come in, so I hid over, weirdly enough, in the place where the paramecium would have gone anyway, so that probably was not smart. Let's go over here next. And, oh, right, you're the bug, you're going to go over there. Okay, I really want to get these sections done as soon as I can. If we can come up with a fairly reliable way to do this, then I think that'll be a little better. There we go, okay. Hopefully that'll keep him busy for a while. Okay, good. Okay, so that wasn't so hard. That one... I'm going to give it a 1. I wasn't particularly enamored with it. It had some interesting concepts, but I feel like they would have been more effective if maybe the level featured maybe a regular pattern. Like there was that one level called like a new bug to unlock or something like... I forgot what it was called, but it was from Chip Home 5, I think was the name of the set. And it featured these bugs in paramecium that you had to manage, but you had this very confined space in which to do it, and I think it worked a lot better in that kind of thing. So I liked that. This was kind of like maybe a little too open, and it made the level a little bit more trivial past the start if you could just get the chips pretty efficiently. So, alright, moving on to Ice Block Team. You may never meet each other, but you can certainly help each other. Alright, so this is a multi-character level. And apparently there's a hook there, and someone in another room needs to give me access to that. Wow, okay, so there's a lot happening here. Okay, so that's going to open that up. That blew up something. I'm not sure what, but... oh, this looks dangerous. Oh, wow, okay. Oh boy, this is a thing. I just narrowly survived that. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. This is pretty crazy. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Okay. Let's just stay down here. That should be fine. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot happening here, and it seems like all the 4 of the characters are going to need to do things to assist each other in some respect. So, I take it this is necessary, right? This block, so those all go there, those all go there, those all go there? So where does this block go? I don't understand. So this door relies on this Melinda, right? Which relies on this character, this chip. And is this somehow connected to this ice area? Because if it is, I'm really nervous about it. Okay, I can say with confidence that this is my least favorite area of the level. Okay, yeah, there is definitely something to do here. So apparently if I can get in there, which is somehow connected to this, then I can do that. But that is connected to this one? Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the start point. So the first thing I do, apparently, is this. And apparently this enables this one to hit this thing. And that, in turn, enables this Melinda to help this chip out with this. So now this guy is gone. What did that do? That connects up there. Okay, so that's good to know. That now allows me to get this block out. And I'm assuming these are what are ultimately used in the holding down of this button. First of all, can you still get out? Okay, good, you can. I just want to make sure. Alright, so what does this do? This connects to the upper right room. Okay, let's... Oh, oops. I need to get you out of there. There we go. There's a lot going on here. Okay, let's get out of that. And let's do... It has to be down here, right? Oh, I bet it's the Melinda over here, isn't it? Oof, man. This section gives me the heebie-jeebies. Whoa! Okay, there we go. So now, this one can go through. What does this do? Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Okay, so that now... Oh boy, what is that blob cloner gonna do? Why is this open? Like, why is there a blob cloner? Or does that clone that? Why is that there? I don't get it. Okay, apparently that enables us to exit. So does that enable everyone else to exit? Oh, wait, I need to... Oops. Oh, this is not good. Hey guys, we need to undo all this stuff. I think we need to put you back here. There we go. Okay. So now I need to get a block over there. Is that the one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay, so I think the path home is clear for all of us, to quote Atris from the Myst series. I don't know where there's a bonus, though. Oh, it's this Melinda. Okay. Okay, I want to make absolutely sure that we're clear, right? We're clear here. I think we're clear here. Providing we don't die, which could happen. Okay, good. We're fine. Alright, so you need to escape. There we go. That was pretty enjoyable. I mean, this is one of those levels I'm solidly in the middle of the road on, to be honest. I'm gonna give it a 3. I think there could have been some more stuff that you could have done with it. I don't understand the blob cloner either, but there's some genuinely good stuff there, so I'm gonna give it a 3. It's a middle of the road rating, and kind of how I feel about the level. Alright, so let's move on to false teeth. Chip must be quick to avoid the teeth. Turning into Melinda may provide relief. So it's another Walls of CC2LP1 rhyming level. Okay, let's go and bridge the gap here. This looks like Naomi's bug collection. Okay, so this will enable us to, I guess with more, help us go through that door. Hey, that rhymed too. I'm glad I'm not feeling blue. Okay, that was maybe that was maybe trying a little too hard. Okay. I did not mean to do that. Or that. Yeah, there's one thing that I'm kind of a little concerned about with this one, given what we've seen so far. It's that the level, kind of like the original, sort of has a repeating, like a duplicates challenge here, where you just do one side, and the other side is just basically a mirror of that. So it's kind of like a slightly shortened version of the 4-quadrant thing. But okay, there we go. That worked out. Okay, so now you guys are running away. Now I can go here and grab those. Now I need to turn back into Chip to do this section. Except now we've got a bit of a problem with these. Alright, how do we get you to break formation here? Okay, yeah, this is a little problematic. I've never been good at these kinds of things, to be quite honest. Okay, does this help? No, monster order. Oh, there we go. No? How do you get these to focus and cooperate in the right way? I feel like if you can get stuff down here more instead of up there, it's better. Because having stuff up there means that the teeth are just gonna... How do you do that, though? That's really frustrating. I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, why? Okay, at least I can go here. So these are the voyages of this red teeth. But I still need that yellow key, and now I am even more in trouble because there's double the teeth, so I need to do this again. Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, that might be a little better. Yeah, there we go. That's way better. Okay, now I just got to get him to go get away from that. There we go. Okay, good. I was really worried I cooked it there. Okay, so now you can go through that path, and now we can go out here, which is basically the same as the room that ended the original. Alright, I am inclined to give this one a 1. There wasn't really anything that interesting here, other than the switching between characters, and then that got to be a little bit annoying because of the just the wrangling of the teeth and all that. So because of that, plus the fact that the level, especially the end and some of the sections like the beginning, never really felt that distinct from the original, I'm gonna just stick with a 1 on this one. Okay, hydrochloric acid factory disaster. I'm already liking that title. Alright, what do we got going on here? I should probably have looked at this thing here. Left, down, left, left, down, 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 right, right, upright. Left, down, left, left, down, 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 right, right, upright. Yay! Alright, we got it. So now we can journey through the hydrochloric acid factory. Oh my, this looks interesting. Wow. Yeah. So this is a thing. I see we can go up here too, so I don't want to forget that. There's also an area there. Let me do this first though. This seems to be the correct path, at least for now. Okay, where does that go? Up there. Okay, this seems to be okay. Let's, I guess, open that up. Hopefully that didn't do anything bad. So that space there, we're ultimately going to need to get to at some point. Okay, good to know. Is it just a matter of doing this? Apparently so, because I can just go right through this and get that. Okay. So I take it I'm supposed to go through this now? Oh, but I need another one. Uh-oh. Oh, I bet maybe that's what this is for. Okay, this seems to be a lot more straightforward here. Okay, that was cool. I liked that. There's still a whole section there, but it leads to nothing, so... Maybe that used to be something, but in the wake of the disaster, it's now a thriving wasteland. Which I guess is not really thriving. Okay, so what's going on with all of this? Oh my, this looks interesting. Huh. I am very intrigued. So pushing this down is kind of pointless unless we had a path already using this block maybe, but I'm really curious about some of these other ones, especially this left one. Although, wait a minute, I think this is a lot simpler than it looks. Yeah, you just do this, I think, and then something like that. You can't really get any blocks out of here, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm assuming that there's nothing under these. Yeah, it seems to be pretty straightforward. Unless there's bonuses or something, but I'm not really counting. Alright, so what do we have here? That is stuck. There's a whole litany of things going on here with these. Okay, I kind of see what we're doing. We kind of have to inch this along, I guess, and how do you get over there? It has to involve that other block. No, wait. You can't use that other block. So, do you have to use this one? How would you use this one? Let's explore a little bit here. I could go down here with it. And then we can loop around, I guess, and then what? I can cut across there. I could go all the way up there, but that doesn't really help. Oh, I see. I had to go up using this? Maybe? That's a really interesting path. Let's try it. Couldn't hurt, right? Well, maybe it could. Let's make sure we're doing this correctly. Yeah, we can do this. Isn't that fun? Alright, so now we can actually go through the bottom area here. Okay, so this now can go up this way. Excellent. Okay, so now we have all this freedom to go over here, and then we can build this way. Awesome! Alright. That worked out. Where do we go now, though? Back here? No, the exit's there. Is it down here somewhere? Oh, am I supposed to use these to get to the exit? I mean, I guess that's easy enough. I take it I was supposed to do the top section first and then do this bottom section last. But I suppose it doesn't really matter. Okay, that was an excellent level. That is getting a full 5 for me. And the reason mainly is just because I haven't really seen many slime ridding levels that are very compelling, and this one had the aesthetics, it had a nice flow, it just had a nice variety of concepts that built on each other. There's so many things in here that just got it right, and I absolutely adored this one. So, well done, designer. Good job. I really liked this level a lot. Bad Teeth Day. Uh-oh. Okay, so we have a teeth, and he's apparently having a bad day. Or maybe we're having the bad day. Okay, so it looks like we have to guide this teeth along a bunch of different things here. Okay. What is this? Is that something I'm supposed to do? Okay, I'm just going to use the opportunity to explore since the teeth is stuck. Okay, what is going on here? What is this whole maze, and what is all this? I guess I shouldn't even call it a maze. It's more of like a really long path. Okay, so you're just going to stay there. Am I supposed to lead the teeth here? Don't tell me I have to lead the teeth through all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a little overkill for my taste, but... Can I go on this? Because I feel like okay, good, I can. I don't know what that flamethrower button does. Hopefully I won't live to regret not pushing that. But you'd have to hold that down for it to be effective in any way, right? Okay, good. I'm glad these force floors are here. That helps a little bit. Okay. Teeth, please don't drown at the very end of this path. That would be really unfortunate if that happened. There we go. Woo! Looks like there's a bunch of teeth at the end. I wonder if there's a flamethrower there. Oh my goodness, there is a chip, and we missed it. Oh, that's what the flamethrower's about. Are you kidding me right now? What does this say? Don't be too curious. I really don't want to play that all over again. And let me look at the map here. So apparently the teeth is supposed to hold that down. You go back and get it, then you lead it through all this stuff. Oh, the red buttons were for a teeth cloner at the end. So that's why you can't be too curious. Okay. I'm not going to solve it. I'm honestly going to give that a 1. I found it very just tedious, I guess. It just wasn't all that compelling to me. Alright, this looks a little more manageable. Fiery joke. So apparently we have to use block slapping here. I guess block slapping is the joke. But it looks like it's a fairly manageable joke. I think we have to get it on one of these. And is this... yeah, this is completely symmetrical, so it doesn't even matter what side you do it on. Okay, I mean... I'm kind of torn on this, because on one hand, it's an introduction to block slapping, which is not something that's, as I mentioned before, has been required in an official level. So if it's going to be introduced, it might as well be introduced well. I just kind of wish that there's a level out there that kind of shows off a few different ways in which block slapping can be used, whereas this was very one note. So I'll give it a 2 for at least exploring the territory without it being a tedious level. But I think there's definitely a more interesting level that could be built for this. Alright, Prey. Oh, hi. Oh, it's one of these things. Oh, those are... okay, there's only 2 chips that you can get. Okay, well, let's get those. Apparently they're these. Wait, what direction are you guys going? You're both going there, but you're going up and you're going left? Or, I guess, right. Hang on, I'm confused. I guess they're all going left and right. There's nothing going up or down. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Is there another exit out? Oh, I forgot that goes up there. I'm still getting used to monsters going in those kinds of patterns. Those are really neat, by the way. I'm just not used to them. So I guess we do have to go out this way. Except, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Except, it's totally fine. Okay, so teeth. Where's that teeth? Hello? Oh, did you get killed in the slime? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Hang on. Let's get you over here. There we go. This should help keep you safe. Okay. Because we're entirely within the box, so... whoa! I forgot the timing was a little different there. So hang on, let's just do this. Let's have him go this way. Okay, so as long as we go through here... there we go. I'll give that one a 2 as well. I mean, it wasn't the most interesting one, but I do like that ghost pattern. That was kind of cool. Alright, triple play. It's a triple play! Yay! Alright, so this is one of those green wall levels. guess we just do that. So, hang on a sec. Is it just simply doing this and just pushing the other ones over there? 'Cause that's kind of, I don't know. Kind of wish there was a little more to a Sokoban than just that. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is going to get a 1. Not really a lot happening on this one. Alright. And there we go. Alright, terrorism. Not sure how I feel about a level with that title being in a set. But let's see what we got going on here. I wonder if you could get all the bonuses here. I doubt it, though. Alright, so now we can go into this area. There is a blue key thing here. Although we could just blow up the blue door. Let's do that and see if maybe there's a bonus for holding on to the blue key. There's another blue door here. The thing that's keeping us from really getting bonuses is the fact that there are chips in those areas, or from skipping those areas entirely, not getting bonuses. Okay, we still have 2 blue keys now. And now there's a whole path here. Is it through here? Oh, that's right. These are probably all things we need to explode. There we go. Okay, so now we've got a thick section. Although again, we could just use this on the door, but I kind of want to save it, so let's just go ahead and pick this up. Yeah, this is just continuing to use blue keys like crazy. Alright, so in this case, let's put it there. Okay, good, there's another one. I was gonna say, if that didn't exist, we'd be in trouble. So I guess if we hit a green button, then I don't know where that would be. That would help us get here faster. I guess we also could have exploded that one too. Alright, so now we can go through here, and we have... Ooh, we have mimics. Okay, we want to make sure we get rid of those. Haha! Okay, what else is there? Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a green button there. Okay, where's the door to the next area? Oh, the socket is the next area. Now let's go this way. I don't think you can blow up sockets, right? Yeah, you can't. Wait a minute, there's 7 ships left. Oh, that's a problem. Help? We need chips. More chips. Where to get chips? I don't understand. Oh, here we go. I bet it was this. No? That's just getting an extra dynamite with that green button. Did we accidentally explode a chip? So there's where the exit is. What did I miss? I feel like we got everything, right? I don't think we blew a chip up, did we? Excuse me. What are we not seeing here? Yeah, I feel like we messed up here somewhere. And the frustrating thing is I don't know where. Uh... Hmm. Oh, I guess we could get to at least 2 bonus flags this way. There we go. Alright, so let's go through here. Let's do this trick again. I don't know if this was intended or not. I feel like it's not. There we are. Alright, so this section's the one with this thing going on. Did I accidentally blow that up? I wonder if that's what the problem was. Let's make sure we don't. I feel like that we may have blown that one up. We might have. Okay, this one I absolutely have to use these here. And not blow up the blue door with that. Because we know there's 6 chips in the last room, so as long as we're on target for that, with 2 more chips collected before that point, we should be fine. We didn't go in and get that, but I don't think you need to. Unless you do for being out of dynamite here. Hang on, let's go ahead and do it. Wouldn't hurt. At least you're getting a dynamite at the same time, so you're really not losing anything. Alright, so with this, we get 2 blue keys, which is nice. I guess dynamite doesn't blow up toggle walls either, even if they're open. I mean, I guess that makes sense, so they don't blow up closed toggle walls. And with this, we now know that we are on track. There we are. And we even have some extra keys left over. Alright, I'm curious to see how many, like if there's anything extra for the blue keys that you kept. Because that would be neat if there were. Okay. Looks like it's a pretty thick... Yeah, it's just the exit. Man, I was hoping there'd be more. I'm going to give this one a 2. I'm not a fan of the title of the level, admittedly, which you could change, but I feel like the level itself doesn't really offer any particularly interesting challenges with the dynamites. So, I mean, I think it was just kind of fun going around and just kind of going crazy with them. But I feel like you could do even more with that. Okay, 0 blocks Sokoban. So do I have to just let that go? Apparently. Alright, so apparently we're using things other than blocks to accomplish Sokoban glory here. And that was not what I meant to do. This is interesting. Now, am I actually supposed to use a bug on this, though? There we go, yeah. That's simple enough. So now, I can get one of these chips, but I really want to, whoops, I really want to get one of these. Okay, this is an interesting situation. There we go. Okay, so now we got all those. I don't think you need all these, do you? Oh, maybe you do. Am I supposed to lead all those out there and get an ice block? I think I might. Unless that's for the bonus here. That might be for the bonus. I am curious to know what happens, though, if we try this. Oh, it just dies. That's right. I guess you need a bug, right? You really need a bug for that part. So far, I have to say, I'm not, aside from the title of the level, I'm not particularly that crazy about this one. There's so many things that can just go wrong with it. Whoops. With this one. Which is kind of annoying. That, in particular, really irritates me. I know I probably shouldn't be that irritated by that, but that's frustrating. And it seems like I'm going to have to do that, which irritates me even more, because it's like, now I know I have to actually get all of these bugs to some place without dying, and that's like terrifying to think about. Unless one of them can be used for a bonus, and even that seems... Okay, hang on. No! I don't like that. I'm going to watch the solution on this one. This is too precision-oriented for my taste. I'm not really a fan of that level of precision. Okay, let's see what the replay recorder does. There's a lot of really interesting patterns with these guys here. Okay, what you gonna do? There we go. Just slowly inching along. There we are. We got that one at least. That's what I meant to do in the last attempt, but didn't quite get to successfully execute. Alright, so now comes, I'm assuming, the great ice block cloning process here. There we go, that's one. Maybe if this were untimed, it would be a little better. And I say a little, so not like super improved, but I don't know, just something to make it a little more lenient would have been nice. Alright, come on, bug. Come on, bug D. I'm trying to say bug and buddy. Bug D. Yeah, he's our bug D. That's the thing. Alright, so there we go. We're continuing onward with the cloning. I think one of the things that throws me off with these helmets monster ferrying levels is that a lot of them tend to kind of subvert what I normally expect to see out of like the traditional block pushing ones, where you actually use your movement in turning blocks to help you with that. I like this part where you're ferrying the blobs. This is kind of cool. Now, what exactly is going on with this? Oh, I see. You're trying to partial post it. What is that? Oh, that does the force floor. Ah, okay. So now, I guess the objective is to get this one up there. I'm assuming that was the reverse of what was in the effect that was intended, right? Come on. You know you want to. There you go. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, come on. Go to the right. Right. Psst. There you go. No, no, no. There you go. Yeah. That's the spirit. Okay, now this one, I take it, does the other one. Yeah, probably a good idea to clear all of them at once and not do that one there. Alright, go to the left. Left this time. Left. Go west, young blob. Go west. Come on. There we go. Keep it going. At least this one is like an entirely linear path so that you just push it. Unless you do something like that, but I probably would have done that too, so I'm not one to judge. There we go. Alright, so now we can walk to the exit. So I take it the extra monsters were for the bonus. That's fair. At least those were there. I just feel like this level was very tedious overall, which wasn't exactly my favorite thing to see in a level. So let's go ahead and head back into level 15, which is low life. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, I think I see the sort of gist of this. Maybe? Okay, so I think that what you're trying to do is you're trying to go here. Oh, but I had to do these in order, don't I? Okay, so I have to do like red first. So let's do that. So I take red, I go here, and then well, I had to drop it again. But not like that. Come on. I had to keep track of what I'm doing here. There you go. So I open this one up, and then I go for blue next. So I can get out with that. And so now I need to come up with a way to get into blue, which will apparently be here. So now we go back through here again, drop you, go down here and open up blue. Alright, now we have yellow. Yellow is over here, which I think will involve a similar... Will it involve a similar escape route? No. Let's plot a different one. So, hang on. We got a yellow here that might be better. Oh, and this one allows us to actually keep the flippers with us. That's nice. Okay, green is next. Alright, so green. Green, you're over here. And same thing with you. This is interesting as an idea. I'm not a big fan of this back and forth thing, though. Alright, red. I'm red. That's from that Sorry game that I mentioned a while back. This is interesting. How many paths are there out of here? I guess it's just this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Alright, now we get blue. Alright, blue, where are you? Blue. Blue. There you are. Good old blue. And finally we have yellow. Yellow. Where's yellow? I guess for this one we don't have to worry about the flippers as much. But I'll put them out anyway. Is that the correct place? No. Over there is the correct place. But I need to find a way in. Which I think is up here. And apparently you go in here, then do that. That's a cool one to get to. I liked that. Alright, so neat, interesting idea. Oh, I needed the flippers. Duh. Why'd I do that? Oh my goodness. Alright, we're gonna solve this. I like the concept enough to at least do that. Let's go and do that. Open up U. Go back in. Out. Okay, so next up is blue. Blue's over there. And it looks like we can set up a path through here. Or not. Hang on. Oh, it's up north. Just want to make sure I was stepping on the right color there. Alright, yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow fella. Yellow needs to be over here. If it was this yellow. There we are. Green, red, blue, yellow. Okay. Green is that one. I guess we can carry these with us for this time because there's nothing preventing us from doing that. Gives us some time saved for the next one. Red is there. Now, which one was that? Oh, that was the one from the right. That's right. Alright, blue is way over here, which is not that bad at all. And then the last yellow one this time around is the easy one in the lower left, which is nice. And that's just a simple matter of going in and out. Alright, that is much better. I don't know what to rate this one. It's not going to get a very high rating, to be honest. I found it a little tedious, and I think it was, if it was just a tad smaller, it would have been a little bit more effective. Maybe introduce some ice or something just to spice it up a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I'm giving Zero Block Sokoban a 1. This one, I think I'll give this one a 2. It had some interesting stuff in it. The concept was cool. I just think it could have been a little less back and forthy, if that makes sense. Alright, I'm going to take a small break, but I'll be back here in a bit. Alright, we are back, and we are going to be taking on New Friesland. So let's see what we have going on here. I think I may have turned my volume down. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, never mind. Did that? Okay, there we go. Now I hear it. My actually my heater's on. I'm saying my air conditioning, but it's really my heater. Okay, right off the bat, this level reminds me of 2 mines. That one level from one of the earlier packs. Let me put that there, and then let's figure out how we're going to get Melinda onto the next spot. So, the thing I'm noticing here is that we would have to step off of this And I'm not necessarily sure how we would make this work. So, if I give up the flippers... Oh, wait a minute, I have an idea. I probably haven't thought this far ahead enough, but... If I go up here... Okay, hang on a sec. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I lay that down. There we go. Wow, this feels really strange. Just gonna say it. Alright, so... Now what, though? See, my issue here is that I need Melinda to get here so I can use this ice block. Otherwise, this block... I'm assuming these are all real walls. This is kind of pointless. So, hang on. I think it's another case of using this trick. Yeah. But, now we have a slightly different issue. Or do we? Wait a minute. Maybe not. Because I can just drop this for Chip and then go here. Yeah. Okay, so now Melinda can go over here. And I think that's good enough, right? Can we just drop it here, you get it, and then you can just push this? Yeah. That should work. I guess my question, though, is where's this blue key that we need to... You don't have a blue key. Oh! Hello there. Okay, so this does something. And then... I have the feeling that we didn't do something correctly here. Yeah, this feels somehow incorrect. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm assuming there's some collaborative effort there that we're... Whoa, I did not mean to do that. Okay, let's drop that. Come down here. And... I really like this puzzle. This is interesting. Okay, so now we do this again. Wait, how do we get in there? Oh, that's right, we can just slip in. No? Oh, that's right, this way. This way, okay. Okay, there we go. Now we'll drop it here. And you get that. Excellent. I feel like we did it a little bit differently last time. Okay, there we go. Oh, right. We could push this in. I forgot about that. So, hang on a sec. Is that enough to... I think it is. That should be enough, right? I can just go over here, push it in. You can go down here. Because I don't really have any control over this, do I? I don't think... If I'm not mistaken... I don't really think there's much more I can do about this. It's just... This is pretty much what all I can do, right? Was I supposed to... I was. So somehow there's a... Oh, those ice blocks... I didn't even realize that there were ice blocks there that I could use. I consider those like part of the aesthetic, and I think that's what's throwing me off. And now I'm realizing I should probably use Melinda here instead. Alright, so let's go in there, drop you. That's pretty tight, but I like the way that works, despite that. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right. This is a chips thing. Okay, so Melinda, you need to go down here. Do you? Why can't I push anything? Oh! That's right. If an ice block is on a force floor, you can't push it. I forgot about that. That's a behavior that I'm not a really big fan of. I guess it makes sense. Technically, I'm still not really fond of it, though. It feels like a really weird constraint. And I'm not... I guess weird constraints are good when you are familiar with them. But if you're not familiar with them, then that can be a bit of a hassle. Okay, there we go. So pretty much I just do that. Okay. So how did we get this to work? I'm trying to remember now. Oh, that's right, because these all went up there. So I think as long as we do this, it's fine. Okay, you on the other hand, we need to get you out here. Okay, Melinda, I need you to come back here. Okay, now let's just push these one at a time, so that way we are minimizing risk as much as humanly possible. Alright, I'm going to push that down. You do that. Let's push that up. You do this. Then, let's push this down, and you can go in here. Alright, so now Chip goes around and does this stuff. There we go. Now, does that red lock thing get access through this? Okay, it does. So I need 4 red keys to even get into that. Wonderful. Alright. Okay, so now we have a whole new world here. And, yeah, what is going on with this? Okay, there's a lot happening in here. What are we even doing? Like, what's the point of these black buttons? Are these... Okay, I'm guessing one of them, maybe both of them, it has to be both of them, are connected to that. Next question we need to ask ourselves is the extraction of blocks. Can we get anything out of here? Ooh, we're actually pushing these in. I didn't realize you could oof on blue walls like this. That's interesting. Okay, that has to connect there. Oh. Hi there. Okay. So it seems like holding down one black button is probably not going to be worth it. But maybe holding down the trap button might be. So if I stand here and use myself as a bounce off point. So I have the ability to do this, right? This should be fine. Okay, good. So now that's bouncing around, which means, Chip, you can probably get this over here, right? Okay, so now this is traversable, but I have to do this. Okay, so it seems like Melinda will need to be the one to get in there first, if I'm reading this correctly. So let's do that. Because I need to get to that blue key without... Yeah. Okay, good. So now I have the blue key. That's good if I actually had 2 blocks I can use to hold these buttons down, presumably opening that up, but I don't really have that. Now, can I bring anything from over here? I don't think there's that option available, so I'm going to assume the answer is no. I don't see a way you can make that work. I don't think you can do that. Alright, yeah, there's a lot happening here. I really want to make sure I see all that the level has to offer, so to speak. I'm going to pick this up and deposit it here for Melinda. Alright, what? Oh, here's another problem. Oh, wait! One of us can stand on that. That's probably it, isn't it? One of us can stand here. The other one has to get the block down. Okay. Yeah, so before we do that, why don't we do this instead? Melinda, stand there. Chip. Okay, you've got the flippers. I'm having to keep track of that because I want to make sure. Maybe it should be Melinda up here. Yeah, maybe it should be Melinda up here. Let's do that actually. Because Chip I need down here to catch it. Although, wait a minute. We might have a different issue. Yeah, I think I see how this will work. So what we can do is Chip can be here, catch it from that side, and then... Yeah, there we go. So now Melinda comes down. Ooh, this is tight. Although we don't have to worry about being hit by it, so that's nice. Alright, so now we got that. Melinda, you go up here. Chip, stay there. So now we can go here. Okay, so I have to keep one of them there in order for this to work, right? And I might want to roll reverse here because... Okay, there we go. Because that's a thing. That chip tile. So Melinda, why don't you get this? You can hold it down. Chip, you can go ahead and move forward. Okay, this works out too because there's a no thingy here. Alright, so this is the exit. Or at least there's an exit here. I don't know if this is supposed to be the exit. So this is interesting because... Oh, wait a minute. The ghosts aren't going to affect me, right? Yeah. That's kind of cool. I like that. So what? How do you get the bonuses? Is there a way to get in here as Melinda? Oh, wait. You slam on these when the ghosts are there. That's how you do it. Alright, so Melinda, come back, and now we need to go back over here. So, I have to send Chip through this. That's pretty much non-negotiable. It appears that we're trying to get all of these over there. Okay, there's a lot happening. So, I get suction boots. What does that do, though? I guess we're just going to have to figure that out. So, hang on a sec. How do we even get the blocks on there? Or do I just do... Oh, I do this. Okay. Okay, I'm noticing already that this might... Oh, wait, we get that for Melinda. That's how we do it. Gotcha. Okay. I was a little confused by that, but I think we got this. This should be fine. So let's get that there. I need to get on this layer. And then I come back out this way, and then I push it onward there. Okay. That's good. That's really, really good. I'm worried about this time limit, honestly. That's the one thing about the level that's concerning at the moment. Okay, let's do that. Wait, can I get around? Uh-oh. this might be an issue. Except not. There we go. The helmet strikes again. Oh, wait a minute. Can I even get... Yeah, I can. I can do that. This is taking way longer than necessary, I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now I can get that. And I'm assuming I drop this off for Melinda so that she can go in here, right? Makes sense. She can now go in here and get the blue key for us, right? Now, what's going on with this? This looks really treacherous. And a little worrisome. Yeah, yeah, this could be a problem. I'm trying to understand what this even accomplishes. I see that if I push that up, I might be able to catch it, but even that's a little questionable. Okay, what does the blue key do for us right now? Oh, we can go there. Okay. So I take it Melinda is supposed to use these other blocks that we couldn't use earlier, right? That would make sense if I could actually extract them as Melinda. And maybe that's what I have to do. Wait, did I just trap myself? Please tell me I just did not trap myself here. I guess I could get him out as Chip. Okay, let's go back and do this again. I really like this room. This is very interesting. Melinda, you need to come up here. Chip, go here. Oh, wait! I pushed on the wrong side. Oh, boy. Please tell me this is salvageable. Please tell me this is salvageable. It's not salvageable, is it? Well, hang on. I'm gonna keep going till the bitter end here. If I can get this over here, Chip under this. Alright, Melinda, go. Oh. Never mind. We're gonna have to start this over. Man! This level. This is really long. And I like it. I just wish that the time limit was a little more reasonable. And that's with being able to get through the first section without too many issues. Wait, no. I'm trying to get down here, aren't I? Okay, so now the next target is here. Okay. Okay, yeah, that part's not so bad. That's how you do that. And why don't we just go ahead and start this. And Chip, we'll go ahead and push. Can we safely do this? Hang on, I think we better be safe here and do this. I think we could have, but I'd rather do it the better safe than sorry way. What? Did I just push that off to the right? Okay, let's start over with Melinda. I really like this puzzle here. This is a pretty cool puzzle. Okay. Oh! Right, I forgot. See, now I'm just gonna mess up now. That's... I'm being careless and all that. Okay, go there. Okay, there. I think that's the fastest we've done it. Alright, so now, let's push you. Let's go down here and push these. Let's try not to do anything weird with these blocks. I really like how helmets are used here. I honestly find that part of the level really interesting, and oh no, please tell me I did not just ruin this by virtue of... Oh, wait a minute, wait, I think we can still do it. We just push it around, right? Yeah, there we go. That's nice. I appreciate that that's an option. Alright, so let's make sure we collect this and deposit it for Melinda. Like that. And now, Chip, come out here. Melinda, let's take care of this part. Oop. Okay, so now Chip, you're going to need to push this upward. Good. Melinda, go inside. We'll do this bit next. Okay, you get that, and then we'll head back safe and sound. Alright, so good. We got that. So I think Melinda's now going to need to be the flippered one, right? The flippered one. That sounds like a cool title. Alright, so Chip, push this down. Oh, right. Melinda's going to have to walk out there. I forgot about... Why did I just walk out in the water like that? That was so dumb. Oh my goodness. So I have to do the switch after that. I do have to do the switch thing after that. Man, okay, let's start this off the right way. I wonder if there's like a faster way to do this section. I don't think there is. And if there's not, that's fine. It's just the effect of doing this over and over again. That's all it is. Alright, so now... let's do this. And Chip, you can go ahead and take care of this last one. Excellent. Alright. Get back to this room really quickly. Well, hang on. There we go. Have to go in that way. Alright, Melinda, come down here. Alright, so let's figure this out. First things first is this part, right? We send Chip down here so that this can serve as a wall. Okay, good. Now, Chip, you get to go here and do this. Excellent. Melinda, you go first through this. Chip, drop that. Head in there. Come back. Alright, let's do this the other way around. Chip does need to be the flippered one. Because Melinda will eventually come down here, which is going to be the... Why did I just walk into water? Why did I do that? Oh my goodness. This is all my fault. I keep doing dumb things and paying the price. I hate doing that. That's like the worst feeling in the world. Okay. Oh, I forgot to push that up. That's kind of important. Alright. Alright, you go down there. Down there. And now you go up here. No! Ah, are you for real right now? I can't escape. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. I'm glad that there's like all kinds of protections against a lot of the things that can go wrong, though. That's generally the mark of a really good level, is when the designer is pretty cognizant of these things. Okay. Go there. Alright, once more. I hate the fact that the ice blocks can be pushed onto the next column of force floors. That... Why? Why did that happen? Oh, come on. I just want to get back to that section where we got stuck and time was running out and everything was terrible, and I want to know so badly how to solve it. I just wish this was untimed. I think that's my biggest complaint with it right now. Okay, just trying to be careful. Trying to be careful. There we go. As long as you push them one column at a time, it's not so bad. Alright, so we get these. Leave one here. See, I think the thing is that the amount of precision that this level requires just lends itself to being untimed. Like, you really need to stop and think about just about every move you're making, and if that's not a sign that this should be untimed, I don't know what is. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now... No, you go in here. You drop, not that, that. Because you have to be really careful with just about everything involving, okay, who's on the ice, you know, because Melinda can skate, who has the flippers, you know, all that stuff. It's just so many things to keep track of, and yeah, it's a lot. It feels like a lot, at least. Maybe to the designer of the level it didn't feel like much during the playtesting phase, I don't know. But, yeah, I do think this level is a lot more than 850 seconds if you want to reasonably solve it. Okay, so now let's get everything switched. And there's also all these boot switches and everything as well. So there's that to think about. I mean, there's just so much to think about. Oh, right, you have to open the door. I forgot. So, Chip, you do need to hold on to the button temporarily, but then we need to switch. Because Melinda is the one with the blue key. Oh, we almost fell victim to the simultaneous character movement bug, which has not been fixed, by the way. Not sure it ever will be. Alright. Yeah. That... I'm not going to get the bonuses. I like the fact that they're there, but I'm not that brave, especially on a level like this. There's just so much stuff going on here. Like, it's pretty crazy. Alright, so this next room is a lot of stuff. There's a lot happening. So I suppose the first thing... Let's push this one up here. I feel like that's going to ultimately be better long term. Wait, I can't retrieve it from there, can I? Wait, is this a Melinda? Yeah, it is. I can step on... No, I can't, because it's gravel. I can't step on it because it's gravel. Oh no, please tell me I did not just cook it again? How do you even get that out? Unless... Hang on. Maybe it has to be a co-op effort between Chip and Melinda, because I'm pretty sure we've cooked this now. I don't see how we can salvage it. Not without hiking boots, and we don't have those. We're going to be stuck on this level for probably an hour at this point. And that is the worst feeling in the world. Okay. At least we got past that. That's nice. Whoop. Yeah, they just, like, instantly stick to the force floors. That is some insta-stick nonsense. And then I'll just push this one around. Alright, there we go. Made it through. Come in here and get all this again. Sorry, I'm just tired. I came back from the break and I was expecting to just move along with the last 10 levels of this, but I may need another break after this level, honestly. I was not expecting this. Nowhere even close. The level of precision, the fact that you're pressured by the time limit, everything about this is very frustrating. And yet I'm still having fun with the level. That's like the miraculous thing about this. Okay. So now we go over here and we do this stuff. Alright, so I need to make sure I do that so you can hit that, and then we do this. Alright, here we go. You go down and have fun with that. And I'm going to go over here. Yeah, I don't trust myself to get the bonuses. To be quite honest, I don't trust myself to get those bonuses. So maybe it might be worth it for Melinda... No, Melinda can't be the first one to go in there. Yeah, in fact, I think we actually have to use the 4 blocks we can use in here. So... Yeah, I think we had this cooked even before we made that move. So I didn't even think about that. Yeah, let's just do kind of what we did earlier. Wait, is that a cook? Please tell me that's not. Oh, please tell me that's not a cook. Did I just... Okay, hang on. Please tell me that's not a cook. It's not. Okay. Wait a minute. No. It might still be. The problem is I need to get Melinda down here or something so I could just go boom, boom, and then do that. But I'm not even sure that's doable now. Why does this have to be this constrained? This late into the level? Why? Why does this have to be this constrained? Can someone tell me that? Like, what's... Okay, Melinda, can you... No, you can't even come in here. That's right. You can't even come in here. Oh my goodness. I just cooked it, didn't I? I cooked it yet again. And if I push it down there, I've definitely cooked it. So I can't even do that. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Are you for real right now? I don't think I can salvage it. There's a stupid thin wall there. That thin wall, this thin... Like, well, no, that doesn't really matter in this case, but everything else in this level... I'm sorry, I'm just frustrated with this one. I was not expecting this. I was like, okay, I've got an hour before bedtime. I can record all 10 of these levels in one go, and we can finish this up. And I'm going to spend an hour just on this, aren't I? And I don't even know how far we are in it. That's the problem. I don't even know. And I hate not knowing. I hate not knowing. I really do. And this level is so long and so linear at that. That's the thing. It's linear. Designers, please take note. Linear is not necessarily better. Seriously. Okay, come on. Just come in here. Let's just do this again. Yep. Go in here. Alright. Let's go around. Go down here. Do our little dance here again. Okay. Hold that. I'm going to go and do that while we're at it. Trade boots. Like, this kind of thing is cute the first time around, but it's getting a little tedious now. Oh, come on. I'm afraid I'm going to make a misstep. I don't have time to be cautious because this time limit is not sufficient. I know it's technically sufficient, but man, it sure doesn't feel like it. Not with the amount of stuff there is to do. Okay. What did I do before that was so good? I think it was this. I did that, and then I worked around. Yeah, that was it. That was totally it. Okay, so now the next one, I'm assuming is the bottom one. I think that was the next one we did. Okay, those last two... Oh no. Oh wait, no, no, no. It's fine. It's fine. I can do this. I was about to say, if I'd cooked it yet again and misread this... Please tell me that that's not a cook. I don't think it is. But please tell me that's not a cook. Okay. We got past that. Melinda, it's up to you now. We need help getting our stuff out of the way here. Alright, so you can apparently go down there. Okay, hang on. Why don't we reset things to where they were? Which involves pushing this down. Okay, there we go. So now let's figure out how we're going to do this, because this puzzle is pretty tricky. And a lot of it seems to come down to this middle block, I think. This middle block has, I think, is the key to this. Because if I push this here, or down... No, the problem with the middle block is that this tile is a gravel tile. So pushing it up here doesn't necessarily mean victory, but I think what it can do is it can free up space for this one, maybe? Oh, but now we have this issue of getting around. Oh, but wait, we got a helmet as well. Okay, so we could have done that without the middle block, I think. Right? Maybe. The question now is, can we use this like that? And I think the answer is yes. Yeah, okay. So that much we do know. Now I can skate around, or slide around there. Oh, wait a minute. I need to push these up. Almost forgot. Okay, Melinda, before we do anything else, we really need you to do that first, and then get this. Alright, so now, Chip, you can do the honors here. Melinda, you open... Wait, how are you going to do that? I guess by going around. Go there. Okay, so now we figure out how to get this out. Actually, it's really simple. We just push this down. Okay. I think we have to come around from the top. Yeah, here we go. This whole room is really cleverly put together. I'm sorry for complaining about it. I'm just being a grouch tonight. Okay, so only Chip can go up here. This makes me nervous. I take it I do something like this? Hang on. Yeah, I do this. Apparently there's a ×2 flag in here. It's interesting. Okay, this is interesting. There we go. Oh. An icecapades. Okay, so 3 on the right, and then those. I'm a little worried that first move was wrong, by the way. But I think with some shuffling we can make this work. Let's try it. Yeah, we got this. That's cool, I like that. Alright, so what's going on with this? Okay, so apparently, I take it Melinda's doing the other side. Let's see. Okay. I think that's the case, if the geography of the level is anything to go off of. And apparently, so this is interesting, because Melinda is all alone here. And by virtue of her being all alone here, we know that Chip can't help her or put items, or put himself in the way or anything like that. So we have to do this on our own. Like, there's no way around that. So we can infer that for the most part. The question, though, is... how do I get this to work? And I'm wondering if it has to do with, like, getting this block up, maybe? Because I can push this down, or maybe push it up and then come back for it. I'm just going to try this. Let's see if this works. This is probably... oh yeah, you can't do that. But I can do that, and I think if I do this... oh, right! It's going to go back there. But wait a minute, this is fine, right? Hang on. Okay. So similar concept here. There we go. Okay, what in the world? Use the sound effects to find the path under the canopies. What? Okay, so floor, 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 floor. These are ice. So basically curve this way and then go back. Okay, got it. Okay, this is pretty simple, I think. So I need to go up there. How am I supposed to get to there? What does that involve? Oh, I'm nervous about that. That seems like a thing. How do you get over there? That's interesting. Oh, wait. I think I have to push this, right? And then you can come down there, go there. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, so now we got all the stuff. Uh-oh, we got one more puzzle here at the end, guys. This is gonna be rough, potentially. So I take it this is... yeah, that's the way to the exit. Okay, so... the good news is... oh no, I guess we don't have to worry about the helmet being... okay, so I just need to drop this off. You can get this, no problem. I feel like this is a little easier than the other path. The thing I'm curious about, though, is where would I go after this if I drop it off there? And that's what worries me. So what options do we have? We can go down, and then Melinda can pick them up, I guess? So I guess we can do what we did earlier. We can drop these, and then go down here, and then Melinda does this. And then drop them again, go over here. Okay, now Chip has them again. Okay, this feels a little more precarious. Oh, but maybe that's what the turtle is for. I can just drop them off, go in here, and I'm done, right? Yes! We made it with 86 seconds! Okay, if that is not proof that this should be untimed, considering that I knew about half the level already before getting it right on the last attempt, I don't know what is. So if that was addressed, this rating is very conditional. If that was addressed, I'm giving this a 5. I think this level is a great endgame level. And if it weren't for the time limit, I think it's a 5 level. The time limit brings it down a little bit otherwise, but I'm rating it with that as a condition. So, well done, designer. This totally takes the two minds concept to the next level. I thought it was very well done. Hats off. Alright, dirt file. The pink buttons are controlling the 3 global states of the pink door. Oh no, not another one of these global state things. Okay, so that's open, none of them are open. Okay. Alright, so I don't know what other pink doors there are, so I'm curious to know how that's going to affect everything, but we do know that to get through there, it has to be in that specific state. Holy cow, this looks like memory on steroids. This... yeah, okay. Well, we got another high time limit, so... okay, I saw yellow tanks. I take it we need to do this. I'm hoping there's no other yellow tanks. So that holds something down. I'm assuming we have to do everything, so I'm not doing this with much reservation. Okay, so the tanks, yeah, I'm gonna have to keep them in that state for now. Toggle, same thing. So what do we do now? That's the question, isn't it? I'm not seeing it. I'm sure it's pretty, I wouldn't say obvious, but maybe... See, I have to do that there. Like, there's no other way around that. I have to get past this, right? No other way around that. Is there a hidden toggle thing here? No. Didn't think there would be, but you never know, right? I can't go up there. Yeah, what am I missing? Is there like a block I can push and I'm just not seeing it? Oh, we have this. Okay, now I can hit that one. So that's the trap I opened up, presumably. And now this... Oh, I have to hit it again. Okay. Alright, fine. You get one more press. But that's it. No more presses. Alright, so... I'm taking it we're going to be hitting that pink button, or some pink button a lot more. Maybe not that one. But the first thing I'm going to try experimenting with is this. Because I could also experiment, I think, with the toggle walls, but no, that wouldn't help because these need to be open. So the next thing is the wall state change. And this could mean... No, I can't do anything with that. Is there another button, or is that it? I think I need to open that up, but first I'm noticing this is here. Let's do both of those things for now. Alright, so that opens this up. And that's apparently going to lead to the socket area, so let's not go there yet. Okay. I can now go here. Ah. Now that's interesting. I can do that. But I need the things to be in another state to make that work. Which means hitting this. Okay, so that's why that could be open. So now I can go back and hit this again, I'm assuming. And then open up that path. And that leads to the top. Okay, I'm pretty proud of myself for finding that, just for FYI. Okay, let's get rid of that first. Trying to get as many ships as we possibly can here. I'm really nervous about going there. That seems like a trap of some sort. But this is a thing as well. Was I not supposed to do that? I bet I wasn't. Yeah. I doubt that was correct, was it? Well, let's start this over again. I'm not going to worry about that for now. Let's just keep going. Keep on trucking. The stuff's over there, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go here. So hit this one first. Do the trap button, then hit that one twice. See, that to me feels a little extraneous. Like, why do you have to have this yellow tank thing when all it is just going back and forth and hitting the buttons? I mean, you could argue that that's what the whole level is, but the thing is that the whole level is all about figuring out how to get the state changes to work in sync with each other. That, to me, is the crux of it, and this stuff feels like... I don't know, it just feels like extra stuff that doesn't need to be there. I think that's what's not really sitting well with me on this one. So it's this that we really need to change. The green buttons, I think, are fine, because we have to keep them open for that. But this is interesting. We still haven't really come up with a way to open or change the blue button state here, have we? No. Interesting. Yeah, we can go here. That's a twist. That's what allows us to go down there. Okay. Now, where did we see that? Oh, it's with the other door configuration. That's right. Now, wasn't there another thing? Oh, that was the exit. That's right. We don't need to go to the exit. No need for that. Okay, so we do need to push that. Go over here. Get back to the toggle button. See, I like this. Like, you could argue that this is kind of irritating, but honestly, I think this is kind of cool. I'm just worried that the whole level is going to be nothing but this, and that's not exactly an exciting prospect. Alright, so let's go through here. Let's go through this again. This section looked kind of interesting. So we had to get another green button pressed before we can fully take advantage of that. So I don't want to push that to right yet. Now, the thing I'm concerned about here... Oh, I see. I see. You do that, and then you go... Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Okay, so that's a dead end. So I'm assuming if this is a dead end, then the other turtle area up top is not, and therefore we have to go there, right? Right? Maybe? Now, wait a minute. I can look at it. At least partially. I can see stuff here. Yeah, this is another puzzle, so let's go back and do this. I take it that's right. We can always come back and push the button now. That's not a problem anymore. And now I can actually push the tank button here. So really, I think at this point, the only real challenge left is getting to the exit area, and then there's one other chip, right? So, I'm trying to remember where that other chip is. There's the one right by the exit, because we haven't been there yet. But there's another one, right? We didn't miss anything down here, did we? Yeah, there's... Oh, no, there's not one. There's not a chip there. Oh. Now that's interesting. We can change the door state there. Oh, right. That's right. Well, wait a minute. We can't change the toggles. But changing the door state could mean some interesting implications for getting into that tank area that we couldn't get into before. And that was the one that is an issue. So let's go through here. Yeah, we can do this now. Except not. Wait a minute. That has to be open. There has to be another toggle button, right? Is it this one? It's this one. Okay, so I need to go back, reverse the tanks. Oh, geez, this is... Which means I have to also undo the door state. Are you serious? That's a little much. Oh, wait, no, it's not. There we go. Okay, so we did have it right. Okay. So now we undo it so that we can change the door state for that. Okay, that's more sensible. I was like, wait a second. Don't tell me that you're doing that nonsense. But I do like that configuration for that area so you can get into that spot. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and change this again. I think we should be fine with... Oh, no. We need to come back through that. Yeah, we just need to change the door state. I think that's the first step toward getting back. Then we just go down here. Yeah, that's literally it. Okay, so now comes the end game where we need to walk through this, and that's not open. So I take it it's going to be a matter of just switching it out until we get back up there. That makes the most sense. And there we go. Alright, that was Dirt File. Dirt File? I don't understand the name. Like, there wasn't any actual dirt in the level. Is the aesthetic supposed to resemble dirt? The blocks, maybe? Since they're dirt blocks? I don't know. I liked it. I'm not sure what rating to give it, though. There were some gotcha moments with the turtles that felt, especially that loop one, that felt a little bit like, yeah, I gotcha, that kind of thing. I did like it, though. I think I'm just going to give it a 3. It was one of those levels I'm kind of in the middle in the road about. I will say, as a 3 level, I did like it more than that Stop the Clock level that was kind of similar, but with yellow teleports. Like, this one was more about the state changes, and I liked that. So, yeah, I thought it was cool. You know what? I'll give it a 4. I'm going to bump it up to a 4. Alright, shared closet. Okay, so this looks like an item swapper of sorts. I take it I want the green locks. That would probably make sense. Alright, so am I supposed to drop these off for you? I think I am. Let me get the key there. And this would get rid of my stuff, so let me, oh, okay, I see. Can I come? No. That's annoying. Wait, why do you even need suction boots to do that? Hang on. Oh, you need the bribe. Oh, okay, of course. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Okay. So let's drop both this and the bribe. Yeah, because without that, this is kind of a moot point. Okay, so now you don't have the bribe. But you can deliver these to Chip, which I believe he will need for this section, along with the railroad thing. Okay. That's 2 chips remaining, and I take it these are also to be delivered to Chip. There we go. So now you can go in here. I take it we don't need the railroad sign anymore. At least until the end, maybe, because I see a railroad gauntlet up there. Alright, let's deliver this to Melinda, because I think you're going to need these. And then there's this hook, which I think you're also going to need, so let's leave the suction boots behind. Do that, and yeah, I think as long as you have the hook, you should be okay. Yep, there we go. Alright, so now it looks like Melinda's going to need the railroad back, so let's give that to her. And I think Chip is going to need the suction boots. Melinda's also going to need the, what you call it? You're going to need to give Chip the hook. I don't think we're going to need skates, so let's drop those. The fire boots Melinda's also going to need, along with the helmet. I don't think you're going to need hiking boots, though. That doesn't seem necessary. So why don't we give you this, and Chip, also give her those. And I think everything else should be fine, right? Yeah, I think we should be okay. Oh wait, you need to give Chip the hook. That I forgot about. Yeah, I think that should be enough. So, let's go down here. Get that. Dynamite this up. And you should be able to get to the exit no problem. Oh, wait a minute. You need the, oh, we just destroyed the whole closet barrier there. I wonder if you could bust the level somehow with that. Okay, you're fine. You can just go right in. That was honestly kind of cool. I like the way it teaches the item trade really well. I thought it did, at least. I mean, some people may just see this as just an item swapper. But honestly, it felt less about swapping to get items more than swapping the items themselves. And honestly, I think that's kind of neat. I really do. So, I'm going to give this one a 4. It's not like... It may be a little tedious to some degree, but it felt like it was almost just the right amount. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know how you could make it better without fundamentally changing it. That's the thing. But I thought it felt really cool. I like the way that the layout was pretty symmetrical, like diagonally. That was really neat. There's a lot here to like. Alright, In the Pipeline. This is a level that Jeffrey made from Ultimate Ship... Oh, which one was it? Is it 3 or 4? I want to say 3. I could be wrong on that, though. But I have to say, when CC2 came out, I think we just get rid of it. I don't think that's a big deal. When CC2 came out, I was like, oh my goodness, this level is going to be perfect for this game where... Wait a minute. Where do we use this? I missed it, didn't I? This level is going to be perfect for this game where we can just stack thin walls on top of each other. And now that I'm looking at it, this really is cool. Okay, so... And I like the water aesthetics. The original didn't have that, since the thin walls had to be on the outside. Oh! You can push that down. I didn't even realize you could do that. My bad. Okay. Let's continue onward. Okay, taking this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, that's going to be something we need to deal with, and that's what this is for. Okay. Now we have passage. Get that. I do like how there's all these CC2 elements here. That's really cool. Alright, nothing to do there. I guess we now have no choice but to go back here so we can get down to this. And now we have a toggle wall here. Is there anything else we can do? No, that's closed, yeah. Alright, so there's a water space down there for some reason. Oh, it's for the fireball. Got it. Just in case you clone more than 2. I mean, I guess you could have opened that up to the outside, but I kind of like that more. Alright, now we go in here. There's a Paramecia dealy going on here. This is a really nice, like, simple level. Alright, let's go through this next. Get these. This part seems pretty straightforward. This would be a nice, like, opening, not level 1, but, like, introductory level for the set, I think. Okay, so I'm going to need flippers to get through that or something. Yeah, here's the flippers. Okay, let's wait to do that until we get this. And I guess now we can go outside and explore. See, this is something you couldn't do in the original, and I love the fact that this exists, because you can go out and get all these bonuses, which is really cool. You get to see the whole level. Like, this level hits a lot of the right notes for me. I really like the way it's built. It's got some neat ideas, but it doesn't really overextend itself. And it uses the CC2 elements for a CC1 port, I think, in ways that are pretty wise. Maybe it could have used a few more of them, I don't know, but I think it works pretty well as it is. Like, near perfectly. And it is for that reason that it is getting a 5. So let's go to the exit and rate. We have had a nice string of levels here. Choking. Oh, it's another one of these Hamiltonian chip levels. Yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and go. Wait, why couldn't I go up? I guess I'm forced down. Okay. So, this looks like a simpler version of that other level. Can I go up here? I cannot. Oh, that has to be the last one. Okay. So if that's the last one, then actually I need to do the right side first, right? Yeah, I think I need to... Oh, wait, except I... How am I going to handle you? So I have to do this, right? Which means I have to do this. Oh. Okay, yeah, I see it. That's cool. This level definitely forces you to make some decisions that honestly are kind of a little quote-unquote obvious, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. Now I just need to decide where to go here. So I can do this, this, but I really want to end with that top one, so... Oh no, I had to end with the left one! Oh, my bad. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, so this part is really straightforward. This part's really easy. Yeah, okay, so it's this way. Okay, so now we just go on the outside. And I guess we can only get 2 of those. That was cool, but it wasn't quite as good as the other one, so I'm going to give it a 2. It still was neat, though. But I like the other one more. Alright, in Polero. Alright, so I can just walk on these. So it seems like this is a Sokoban. This wasn't a crate competition, wasn't it? I don't think I actually looked at this in detail, though. Okay, so all of these are going to need to be used somehow. Yeah, I can't go there. Huh. And I need to hold them all down at once. Like, there's no way around that. But I think this is where this needs to come in, going through that. Let's put that up there for now. Oh, but now this is trapped. Okay, so that can't be right. So there's definitely a set of conditions here that we need to be very mindful about. And maybe to do that, we need to go here earlier. So let's do that first. And then... how are we going to handle this? I suppose we could just push that there. Right? Like, that's fine. And then is it just a matter of getting all these... Oh, there's a thin wall. I didn't see that. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that's an issue. This is a really interesting Sokoban. Pretty interesting. Okay, let's do this again. I don't think that's wrong, per se. But I may want to be a little more cautious. Yeah, this... So, Does this just involve going out there? I guess so. But this whole thing, this is what's got me really questioning stuff here now. Did I do the wrong thing by... It looks like I've cooked the level, so I'm going to just go ahead and start it over again. Yeah, I don't think pushing any of these down is going to help. Unless pushing this here and then pushing that... No, that's not going to help either. That's going to actually cook the whole thing as well. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this now. Now the question here is, do I push you up earlier? Before I do anything? There's this. Which seems like that would be necessary, but is it not? I don't know, man. This is a really tight and tough Sokoban, and I like it. I like it. But man, this is weird. Wow. Okay. I'm wondering if there's a way I can just push a block onto here and trade it out somehow. I doubt this is right, but I'm just playing around with this now. Yeah, that's definitely not right. Man, what is it that you have to do to solve this thing? I don't think you can push anything... Oh, wait, no, you can. I can push this down and then keep this one there. Is that helpful? Maybe that's how you do it. Except I might not have wanted to push that up. Actually, no. No, I think that was correct. Alright, so now we just need to figure out how to work with this. Although, wait a second. There's a bit of an issue with this. If I push that block up, aren't I creating a deadlock? I think I would be. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with this. The way this is condensed to the degree it is pretty impressive. Just gonna say that. Okay, that's interesting. I feel like pushing this down is not gonna really be a big deal. So let's do that. That's at least one less block to worry about. And maybe that also means that I can finally get this one out. So now I'm going to need to... Oh, I should have tried to see if there was a way I could keep a block in the middle. Because I think at this point, I've also cooked it. Yeah, I don't see a way to get around that. So delaying this thing is actually for the best. That's a neat idea. I like the way that works. Did I just ruin it again? I feel like I did. Hang on, let me start over. This one is really racking my brain in the best way possible. Whoop! Why'd I do that? I feel like I still had the helmet from that freeze level. Okay, I think we did this. I put that there. I put that there. Now how are we going to get this out? That's the question. I think what we need to do, maybe, big maybe, first of all, I don't think it was wrong to do this, but I need to be very judicious about how we handle this part. I think this was what was the matter. Yeah. Because I think from here we're fine, right? Like, isn't this workable? Oh! Whoop! That's right. It's not going to go down. Wow. Of course. Of course it would do that. Why was I expecting that to somehow magically work differently? Okay, let's not be idiots anymore. Okay, so I do think that this is possibly feasible, doing that. We do, however, need to fix everything that's wrong with... Wait a minute. Yeah, I can get this here, right? Isn't that fine? Perhaps maybe question mark? I can keep that there, and that's okay. I can keep that there, and that's, I think, okay. Yeah. Oh, but I need to be on that side. Oh wait, no, that's fine. That's fine, I think. There we go. Yay! Woo! That was really cool. I liked the way the railroads were used as like a looping thing. I thought that was really cool. That was honestly really neat. Maybe not necessarily the most inventive Sokoban ever, but I'm going to give it a 4. That was neat. Annoying Hamu. Uh-oh, this looks like another invisible wall Jesse level. I'm calling them that. I don't even know if they're levels by Jesse or not, but that's what we're going with. Alright, this looks pretty reasonable so far. Nothing too crazy. We like sunflower seeds. Alright. Is this like the thing's eyes? I'm assuming so. I have no idea what this one's from. Alright, so we go up here, get flippers. Yeah, this is really straightforward. Almost a little too much. Let's go do that. Oh wow, we barely have any time. Red door up there, okay. So we go down here. And is that it? I think it's only one, right? There's only one thing? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna give that one a 1. There wasn't really a whole lot that stood out there. Grid of bugs. And I barely have any time. Oh, there's time there. Okay, good. Okay, so I see that taking the bug paths is faster. So let's try to do that when we can, whenever appropriate. Okay. I almost died there. Way to go. Okay, so now I'm going to have to get... Oh. Am I really going to have to go through a... Yeah, okay. So I guess you could get multiple bonus flags by doing that. That was okay. I'm going to give it a 1 as well. I'm not really particularly interested in that one. Alright, small matters. Ooh, now this looks like that compact level from before, but perhaps more interesting. It doesn't have yellow teleports. That kind of gives me some hope. I am really curious to know what this is all about. So, right off the bat, I can get that. That's fine. There's a lot of things here. So, what are we even trying to accomplish? We have a red lock, which we can use up there. But I can't go through that with the red key. So, but I can get the blue key. So, let's leave the red key alone. Okay, there's a fire boot under that, apparently. Okay, that's going to go up there into the water. That goes down. So now I can get you. I'm assuming. Oh, there was a railroad sign I missed. Oops. Yeah, I should have gotten that. Although, wait a second. Yeah, I should have gotten that. I see now how that works. Okay, so this is interesting. I can get this. So we were right with the way we were trying to do this. I just need to not be so quick about it. So I can't go through that, but I can do that. And that's going to be the interesting part here, because I'm not sure... Is that a red thief or a blue thief? Let me... Let's do that. That's the thing to do. Oh, it's a blue thief. So, hang on. I can't actually get the... Oh. Hang on a sec. So that... I'm going to go ahead and just get it. Do that. I can't really push this with the red key, right? Oh, and I forgot to get the blue lock there. That would have helped. Okay, let's start this over. Okay, let's go here again. Get this. Do that. Okay, before I do anything else, first order of business. Let's cast all this there. Do that. Then, I think our next order of business is to get that bribe. So that way I can actually go back there. And then open this up. There we go. So that's how you do that. And I'm assuming how you ultimately go here. Oh, except it gets destroyed. Well, that's a problem. Is that what the hook's about? It seems reasonable. Of course, I'm about to lose my stuff here if I go up there. Let me leave this there. I think that and then this one, just in case. Oh, there's a book. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I would need multiple blocks to make this work. And I got rid of the hook. That's a bummer. Okay, let's start this over. Alright, so first order... Whoops. Not the first order of business, apparently. This is. That's what's up. Okay. So, oh, I got rid of the blue key again. Yeah, this is definitely a very sequentially focused level. And a pretty well made one, too. Okay, so let's do that. We got that taken care of. Get this. Okay, so now I got all those. So what was the thing that allowed us to get that? Oh, it's right, it was this. So we can get you. You know what, I'm not gonna... Why'd I do that? It's past midnight. I'm not like Josh. Like, I cannot stay up super late like he does when he records videos. I don't know how he does that, but I cannot do it, for sure. Yeah, so let's do that. Get this, and I'll drop the I there. How does that sound? We'll just do that. Alright, so I think what we need to do first things first is just come around here, open that up, but we're not going to actually push it in yet. Although, wait a minute. Yeah, we do need all the blocks. We do need all the blocks. I have to get rid of all this, don't I? Especially if we're going to do this. I hate letting go of all this, but I think I have to. Oh, I guess I can let go of the fire boots without any problem, right? That should be okay, I think. I'm just so worried I'm going to accidentally step in something here. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't push it that way. Oops, hang on. Let's do this again. No! I dropped the flippers! That's so frustrating. I don't like that thief being there. I get why it is, but... That thief, man. That thief is a pain. Drop the I there. And... guess we'll go up. Okay. So you I can take through this path, but the other one I can't. Okay, this I can do. Well, as soon as I get the eye of the tiger. Okay, so let's do this. That should be enough, right? That should be enough to get us through this. Yeah, there we go. That was a really solid 5x5 level. I loved the way it came together. I liked how the different phases of it felt pretty distinct from each other, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to give that a 5. That was really cool. When it comes to the small levels, making them that tight and that workable was no easy feat, and I thought this level did a really good job of it. Alright, Lena. Okay, apparently this is about someone named Lena. So there's hiking boots available if I can go up there. Okay, oh, that's not... Okay, so I can't push that. Is that a cloner? Okay, right away, this makes me a little nervous, just purely based on the fact there are fireballs that are probably going to... Why can't I push that? Can I push it down? No. It's not a cloner, is it? Okay, hang on. We gotta figure this out. This is kind of odd. I don't want to push this into a corner or do something that's going to jeopardize my ability to get to the socket. But I'm not sure how you're supposed to make this work when I can't even push that. Let's do this first, get that in place. Oh wait, that's a corner. Whoops. This is interesting. Not sure how I feel about it yet, but it's interesting. Wow. What are we even doing with this? The time limit is not very high either, which is a little concerning. Gotta admit. Wow. Yeah. I'm lost, everybody. I don't know. I just want to be done with today, to be honest. I can't push you up. That is so weird. Why can't I push you up? Okay, so that helps. Maybe. So... hang on, if I do... going through here seems really dangerous, but yeah. There's got to be a better way to do it than that, right? Like, that can't be the solution. These kinds of, like, ice block clearing slime levels and stuff, I know we had one in Hydrochloric Acid Factory Disaster, and maybe I'm just spoiled because of that, but man, this is really burning my brain. I'm not seeing how you can really recover. I think that's the thing that's bothering me here. Like, how do you even recover from anything? I feel like every decision you make, you're facing the very likely possibility that you're going to have this ice block destroyed in some way. And like, if I do get over to the left side, I'm not going to really have any shelter, right? Not really. Yeah, I don't like that part. That part is not cool. If that is indeed required, and I can't even push this. Like, that's even more troubling in some ways. Oh, I forgot to do the bottom thing. I'm going to try to see if I can crack it, because that would be nice if I could, but I'm not really counting on it. Yeah, this... oh, I can push that right? Oh no, this was the one that was the problem. Never mind. For some reason I thought that was, and I was like, oh, I'll just oof against it, and it turned out to be a bad idea. Yeah. If I could get over there, that'd be one thing. I can't push that, though. Why can't I push you? Are you on dirt? Are you on gravel or something? That's gotta be it, right? That has to be. I don't like this part here. You know what? I'm looking up the solution. It is past my bedtime, and I cannot do this. Let's see. Lena. Such a small level. This is pretty frustrating. It's probably something really simple, too, but... okay, so you can push it off of that. Oh! Okay, so it had something under it, but by pushing them together, that... okay, that's a really weird form of hidden information. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I mean, props for an original concept, but I wish the level gave you like a secret eye so you could see that, maybe. If that change was made, yeah, it's still not really that great of a level. I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. Alright. Next up, we are going to, let's go back to the actual set. I think is this the first time we've ended on a solution look? It might be. Alright, next time we are going to look at the back half of the pack, starting with Slime River. And I feel like I've seen this. Is this like an older level? I feel like I've seen this one somewhere. Maybe it was previewed on Discord. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that part, the back half of the pack. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all so much for watching as always. I really appreciate your support and comments a lot. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so, and I will catch you on the flip side. So take care and see you then.